We're so excited!
All I know is like, I love these guys. That's what I want to say.
We're very nervous.
Can't you tell?
We're about to do our meet and greet with some people. We're at OISE, we're at UFT represents! We are graduates from UFT, and the Korea Club and the East Asian Studies Department, I guess, or
Club.
East Asian
The crew.
Studies.
They're called the posse. They got matching tattoos.
That's right. They organized this. Anyways, we're very, very excited and we don't know what to expect. 1, 2, 3, fighting!
Today we have with us the beloved Canadian YouTubers and UFT alumni, Simon and Martina from Kimchi.
Like Lady Gaga was like, I'm Lady Gaga, I make music, and here I am in all your dramas that you're watching. And
I'm going to advertise tires.
here's my beer commercial. Like, that would just never happen. It's like a different kind of scene.
Like, I'm always like amazed that we get to do these interviews and we get in like these different labels get in contact with us and we speak with different artists. I feel like they have a lot of interesting things to be able to say about the K-pop industry and about, you know, K-pop as music, and I'm more interested in like getting good information out of them rather than just like, oh my god,
I think it's also kind of surreal because you see them on the screen and you see them on like, advertising outside of our studio window all the time, and then suddenly we're backstage and we're like, here's our tent, and here's Foreman's tent, and here's Shadi's tent. You see them fixing their hair, you see them like adjusting their boobs to get into their shirts, pulling up their pants, like you see them like that, and then when they go on camera, they're so professional. You know, they're just like polished. People are becoming more comfortable. The younger generation is starting to accept that, like, you know what, there are people who are gay. This does exist because they think that it's just amongst foreigners, and they say that Korean people aren't gay. And I'm like, I have Korean gay friends that are like very close with they're actually married, but they can't be married, but you know. And so like it exists. The reason why I wish somebody would come out is because I think it would be a really great role model for the rest of the youth.
Right.
That's why. So I think he would be like, look, I'm a K-pop star and like I'm gay, who cares? And I'm really fashionable, I'm great at dancing, I'm singing on all these bands. And then you suddenly have other people being like, you know what, I feel like comfortable. So I'm hoping for the day.
When we post stuff online, we talk to people online, we try to answer as many comments as we can, and emails and tweets and Facebook, and we try to interact with people online as much as possible, but those are just like usernames. When we actually see people in person, this is something that we keep with us forever. So like, I really want to thank you for coming out and
Seriously, guys. You're real! You're really real! We've been going to Japan and been doing a couple of like presentations to the music labels there through YouTube and stuff, and they're really interested in having us come to Japan. I want to start from ground up like we did in Korea. You know, I don't want to just suddenly be like, oh my god, J-pop music! You know, I kind of want to, you know, how do I use my Japanese rice cooker?
So we actually have an in with like one of the big labels there, so we can start doing things there and pick up fairly quickly. We just have to find a way to do that and not abandon Kimchi. We are really looking into finding ways of setting up something offline that you can go to as well.
You know, like, there might be all these things of like, oh, expat events or meet foreigners here, but it's actually really tough to meet people, and all the social rules that you know in your society are totally tossed out the window. Like the bar scene is different, so you can't just go to a bar scene and be like, hi. and everything is different. So it's really like everything's topsy-turvy. So we thought about making a place where other foreigners can meet each other with similar interests. The biggest thing we always see happening is that people psych themselves out of making videos on YouTube. They're like, I don't have the right equipment, I don't have the right lighting, you know what, I don't really know how to edit, like, oh, what if I get haters?
That kind of stuff doesn't matter, it's just about being like passionate about this, do it because you're interested in doing it.
Yeah, and I think also like keeping up with it, so like at first you might be really passionate about it, and you're doing it all the time, and then suddenly your favorite TV show's on, and then you're like, oh, let's skip it, and then you go out, and then you've got exam week, and then you eventually just stop doing it, and then people are like, oh, I really like this person, but they haven't updated in so long. And then they'll start looking for someone that's like you. I know that because I do that for other people myself.
Well, how do I get into YouTube and, you know, do a profession like you so I can, you know, like quit my job and do this full time and be
a partnership offered in Asia. So we didn't even think that it was an option. We were just like, let's just make videos.
Yeah.
So 2 years of just making videos.
Because we like doing it. And
Yeah.
then when YouTube offered us a partnership in our first month, we made $5. So like, oh my God, $5! Every day it's still like, well, are people gonna stop watching? Like there's no guarantee that you guys are gonna watch us forever until we're like 107, right? I can't really imagine doing K-pop music Mondays at 107, but it's like, so it's still like, we're always on edge. Like, how do we keep people interested?
We don't want to fall into like, you know, like a cycle of like making things more like, you know, oh, everyone's gonna watch, who cares? You always want to think like, you know, what do people want? Like, what are they thinking about? What's exciting? So that's what we're always asking you guys, you know, voting for Music Monday or asking about where you want us to go. We want to kind of make it like an interactive thing because I think about watching traditional TV, you kind of just sit down, shut up, and like watch the TV. You might want the episode to go a certain way, but it's not going to, right? But for us, we will directly make a video because somebody asked to make it. So I feel like it's kind of cool because we can interact with each other from different parts of the world. So it always feels like we have to keep, you know, evolving and moving with these kind of things.
Thank you everyone for listening to us.
So on behalf of the Korea Club and the East Asian Studies student meeting at the University of Toronto, we'd like to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your vacation
Thank
to
you
come
guys
here.
for organizing this.
No problem. We had so much fun and truly you guys are an inspiration to all of us. So thank you for coming out in the cold weather to meet your Toronto Nasties.
Dogs bark at him or sniff at him, and he just completely ignored them. All he wants to do is pee on stuff.